When respect isn't being served, there's no point sitting at the table. That's what men have realized, and that's why they are leaving the game. But women don't get it. They believe men want one thing and only one thing. You guessed what that might be. But that's not everything men want. Above all, men want to be respected, appreciated, and not taken for granted because they spend their lives working hard for their families without ever wanting anything for themselves. And so, it's a bit insulting when entitled modern women believe they can treat men with disrespect and bribe them with intimacy. It's no wonder we have such fluctuating divorce rates around the world. Guess what? Contrary to popular myths about the Western world, divorce rates have decreased once more, and despite popular belief, the divorce rate is not at an all-time low or even very low. However, there is a twist to this statistic. Significantly fewer individuals are getting married, which results in a decrease in the number of divorces. Women are starting to worry. They see men leaving the game of relationships and marriage, and they don't really know what to do. So why does all of this favor men? Because it indicates that males are becoming more and more aware of the dangers of marriage. More and more men are going their own way. More and more men are choosing to not get involved in serious relationships with women. They are choosing not to get married since they are aware that it doesn't offer them enough. They know the entire justice system is designed to work against them. They know that the media and society aren't open to the idea that men can be victims too. For them, men are always the perpetrators of aggression, assault, and harassment. I recently read an article that described how thousands of men were choosing to not get married. It was written by a female author, and she expressed her opinions on why this development had women worry all over. I've talked about this before as well, but I want to talk about it and point to the seriousness of the situation that people are too slow to realize. The article said that marriage rates were decreasing and that it was a terrifying concept. Divorces are declining as a result of a significant drop in the number of people getting married. Women are becoming anxious. Girls are left feeling helpless as they witness males abandoning the game of dating and marriage. Imagine dating a man for years, cohabiting, and giving the relationship your all, without him ever having to put a ring on it. There would be no marriage, no wedding dress, and there would be no huge celebration with family and friends. What about the thought of having children without marriage? So, the author obviously makes it sound like this is something that is already happening or has happened. I'm going to read an interview that is in another article where they are kind of under the impression that ladies are approaching them secondhand because they want to make the most of their fun years. The article's female author thus goes on. If you don't think marriage is important, that's great. The rest of us do. The majority of women hope to get married to the man of their dreams, but if millions of men choose not to do so, this will not happen for many of them. This is what is currently taking place throughout the world, including in America. The long-term decline in marriage, according to Philip Cohen, a professor of society sociology at the University of Maryland, is greatly influenced by women's independence and gender equality, independence, and equality for women. Women are the ones making this choice. If a woman showed up and said, "Hey, I got my degree, I've been in a few relationships, and they didn't work out, but I'm interested, and I'm 23 or 25, or even 26 or 27, and I want to have a long-term relationship and a family, and I've made good decisions in my life, so let's do it," it would be interesting to see what would happen. But I can guarantee that men would largely be okay with this. Women are saying things like, "Hey, 40 is the new 30. I can party, have a good time, and freeze some eggs, and this is a thing." This actually exists. So by the time a man is in his 20s or 30s and begins to live and earn money alone, he has long since stopped thinking of himself as a part of a couple. Before you know it, he says, "Hey, this isn't too bad of a bargain. Maybe I don't get to have kids and live with a wife, which is fine, because I'm really having such a good time." The article goes on to say that there has also been an increase in men's rights movements like Men Going Their Own Way and the Manosphere, where males in large numbers complain about how unfairly treated they are in relationships and in family courts. They're sick and weary of being treated unfairly by laws that discriminate based on gender. Because of this, millions of men are choosing not to get married at all. We discuss those laws as well as how society views us negatively. This is not something we internalize. I don't internalize anything that people say about me negatively or that society says about men, patriarchy, or anything else like that. The fundamental quality that men look for in a mate is intimacy. They have access to everything else through other means as well. Can they demand money from a woman? No, since the male always needs to be the one to take care of things in a relationship. Guys still have the option to look for male friendship. Are they able to look for a friend? I believe they can find that in both persons and dogs. Hence, truthfully and without offense, what men desire from women is what's under the surface. Men truly don't feel the need to get married and disrupt their quiet lives they're living as happy single guys when they can simply achieve that without any strings attached. So, as a result of all of this, women are becoming concerned. They are left feeling helpless as they witness guys abandoning the game of dating and marriage. I think it's crucial for men to be vocal about these things because that's how you shape laws. Otherwise, the laws will remain unfair towards men and they will continue to suffer. Men are becoming sharper. Men are avoiding marriage or, divorce. The marriage rate has already dropped to its lowest level in history, and if my predictions come true, it will continue to do so because of new laws that come into effect that degrade men, disgrace men, and declare that men are terrible. So forget about it. We won't respond violently or engage in confrontational behavior along with marches and parades. We'll simply say, okay, fine, I'll do my own thing. I'll be happy on my own. I'll have a fantastic group of guy friends and we'll ride our motorbikes or hunt in the jungles. We'll do everything we possibly can to enjoy our lives and live in contentment. Let's examine a few of the sociological elements that led to the decline of marriage. The male desire for marriage has never been lower. This is probably the main reason that non-committal intimacy is spreading. They don't need to promise to get married, have children, honor, obey, and cherish each other, among other absurd things you say in marriage vows, only because it's now convenient for many men to utter them. Hey, I can swipe on Tinder and connect with someone eventually. Others might look for a professional lady on particular websites. The fundamental quality that men really look for in a mate is intimacy. They have access to everything else through other means as well. Can they demand money from a woman? No, since the male always needs to be the one to take care of things in a relationship. Guys still have the option to search for male friendships. Are they able to look for a friend? I believe they can discover that in both persons and dogs. Therefore, truthfully and without offense, all men want from women is what's under the surface. Guys truly don't feel the need to get married and disrupt the quiet life they're enjoying as happy single guys when they can simply achieve it without any strings attached. So, as a result of all of this, women are becoming concerned. They witness males abandoning the game of dating and marriage, and they are unsure of what to do. Think about it. Thanks for watching Man Reacts. Show us your love and support by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribing to the channel. And let us know your thoughts on this in the comments. We're always up for a healthy debate and discussion.